Hello, I'm Ken Harvey, President of Corporate Benefits Service, Inc. Our clients who adopted reference-based payment healthcare plans tell me that they're very happy with the cost savings and that their employees are pleased with their next-generation benefits. However, several of them said they cannot continuously be used as a reference for employers wanting to adopt RBP, but who have trepidation about pulling the trigger. Our clients told me, Ken, it's your job to find out if reference-based payment methodology is right for them, not ours. So that's why we made this video. It's a true story about a phone conversation between an employer considering RBP and a corporate benefit service client already using it. I think the video offers persuasive logic for adopting RBP, but it's what you think that counts. So please give me your feedback. Because at Corporate Benefit Service, the biggest room in our house is the room for improvement. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you.
I got the health plan renewal.
What is it?
A 39% increase.
What? We got 20% last year and an increase the year before that. Our healthcare costs are unsustainable. We can't add them to the product costs. We cut benefits and shifted much of the costs we could to the employees. What are we going to do?
I attended an HR conference a couple of weeks ago, and one of the topics was about the next generation of employer-sponsored health plans. The speaker was naming some companies using the claim payment methodology, and that was based on a Medicare fee schedule, which was the major component of the next generation health plan. One of those companies was Clearview Electronics, and Susie Briggs is the HR director there. She said the plan was going great when we were talking.
I know the CFO, Bob Culpepper. Let's give him a call.
All right.
Bob Culpepper.
Hey, Bob, this is Jake and Sarah over at Devereaux Chemical. Sarah heard you put in a new health plan this year that was working really well. We'd appreciate you explaining what you guys are doing because we got hammered with a 39% rate increase.
Yeah, sure, Jake. We were in the same situation 8 months ago. Our insurance carrier hit us with a 42% increase, so we had to do something. Ken Harvey and the Corporate Benefit Service team brought us a proposal that dropped the 42% increase down to 3%. But instead of using a commercial insurance company's preferred provider network, CBS employs a medical provider payment methodology based on a multiple of the Medicare fee schedule. CBS explained it was called reference-based pricing. So instead of insurance companies negotiating unique fees from each medical provider, the payment reference CBS uses is Medicare. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, so instead of medical charges all over the board for the same procedure, you've tied the claim payments to what Medicare pays?
Right, yeah. The CBS team suggested that our health plan pay hospitals at 150% of the Medicare fee schedule, 130% for physicians, and 110% for lab charges. But you can choose different Medicare reimbursement multiples. CBS told us that, for example, the state of Montana, for their employee health plan, they chose a Medicare multiple for hospitals in excess of 200% of Medicare. And the Montana health plan saved $14.5 million their first year.
So how's it working out financially for you?
Well, the CBS team told us to expect a 25 to 30% savings over the commercial insurance plan we had. But our financial results have been jaw-dropping. After 8 months, we're at 52% of our health plan budget. Now, CBS did point out that our morbidity rate had improved over the last year, but we have never seen such a dramatic drop in health plan benefit expenses. Hey, listen, Jake, I gotta run. I've got a meeting in 15 minutes, so I can't get into all the details we went through to get to this point.
Bob, we're really interested in reference-based pricing. Can you share how your employees accepted it?
Okay, well, as CBS explained it, RBP is not for everyone. If you want a noise-free plan and you're willing to pay for it, RBP is not for you.
What kind of noise do you encounter?
Well, at the doctor's office, for example, the clerical intake staff were confused when our plan participants presented their ID card because there is no network like Blue Cross or United Healthcare or Aetna on the card. Our health plan didn't show up in their computer. CBS educated our employees to explain to doctors' intake staff that our plan is self-insured and that the claims will be paid by the employer and that the benefit level has not changed. So let's take an example. We had a plan participant that went to the doctor, and there's a $25 copayment for that doctor's staff to collect. But if there are still questions or the doctor's office is confused, they or our plan participant can call the patient advocate. The patient advocate will explain benefits and plan payment methodology, and smooth the encounter process. CBS even made a video that our employees can watch to educate them on explaining their new health care or getting help from the patient advocate. So a lot of the noise comes from medical providers not knowing that our health plan is paying them directly instead of an insurance company. And that there is no network, there's no PPO, and the payment methodology our plan uses is based on Medicare. According to CBS, another cause of noise is hospitals not accepting our plan's payment in full. This hasn't happened to us, but if there is a very large hospital bill and Medicare, even at 150% of the fee schedule, only allows 20% of the bill charge, for example, you are likely to hear from the hospital. If the patient advocate cannot resolve it, there are rings of defense, including legal. To bring the billing issue to conclusion, the CBS told us that we may see balance billing on about 7% of claims. Further, CBS told us that in their book of business, no claim has required legal representation. However, industry-wide, the percentage is about 1.7%. This is another reason educating employees up front is so important. If balance billing occurs, the employee notifies the patient advocate, which begins the process of the patient advocate working with the hospital on behalf of the plan participant to resolve payments. I'm going to have to go to my meeting pretty soon, guys, but let me leave you with a summary on why and how our company chose reference-based pricing as the most important component of our next generation healthcare plan. First, the cost savings are dramatic. Capital is freed for other uses. We increased health benefits and maintained current employee contribution levels. Employees now have the incentive to accept some provider's pushback. We and CBS told them we should be able to do the same next year and the following years. Secondly, RBP drops the percentage of medical cost escalation. With commercial insurance companies and BCBS, you're looking at 9 to 12% a year. With RBP, based on the Medicare fee schedule, it's more like 1 to 3%. So we made the change to RBP because of a big rate increase, but we would have done it anyway because of the low cost escalation, and it's a sustainable healthcare cost management solution. The how we did it is just as important because you don't want to run your HR staff off and have the plan collapsing mid-year. CBS said that it could happen if you don't do outreach into medical providers and you don't engage employees to become stakeholders in the reference-based program plan success. I'm about out of time, but quickly, we held 2 quick kickoff meetings. In the first one, our CEO told employees that their health plan and the health of our company are intertwined. She said, for us to keep providing benefits at affordable costs, we believe reference-based pricing is the right path. As a buy-in for employees, she even, in the face of a big rate increase and high medical costs, the company was not raising payroll deductions, and as an added incentive, was decreasing the health plan's deductible by $500. So CBS enrolled staff, then collected the names and contact information of all the doctors and the hospitals used for our employees and their families. CBS gave an overview of how to use the RBP and then answered questions. In the second meeting, after patient advocates called medical providers to explain our plan, employees were told which providers agreed to be safe harbors. We have found, by the way, that some doctors and hospitals that said no to safe harbors, they later accepted our plan. So it took our group about 3 months or so to achieve pretty smooth sailing. And during that time, CBS provided close support to address questions, complaints, and to iron out any problems. Also, in the second meeting, CBS showed an educational video explaining to our employees how to use their new plan at the doctor's office. They also described balance billing and what to do if you got one. CBS told us that as a nation, we are way past the early adoption stage, so RBP problems with medical providers should be fading out in the near future. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, I suggest you contact Corporate Benefits Service. They're the Johnny Appleseed of reference-based pricing in the Southeast. All right, gotta run, guys. Bye-bye now.
So what do you think?
I think we could do this if we put together a well thought out implementation starting in plenty of time before the annual enrollment go live date. As Bob suggested, I think we should investigate and interview Corporate Benefits Service to make sure they can do for us what they did for Bob's company. This may be more work for me, but if it stabilizes our costs and I don't have to tell employees that their benefits are going down and payroll deductions are going up, and we avoid the annoying process of going out to bid and then getting a spreadsheet response that is just an illusion of due diligence, it would be worth it. What do you think?
You know what, I think it's like the classes I took at Six Sigma. It's lean management of healthcare benefits. Let's do it.